Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on bottom right side as the green Chinese, or ZertoN. Spawn on top left side as the blue French. We have LoueMT. Let's see, French versus Chinese. The French, of course, will probably go for the School of Cavalry and will go for a lot of Royal Knights. That is the French MO, and they can be very impressive in the early game. And the best counter of that, he will need to play out a lot of spearmen. If opponent does start playing archers, it probably better go for your own archers rather than ZertoN, while ZertoN will have higher damage output. The archers will, of course, have a bit more range to counter opponent's archers. Arctic Sun, however, will provide some good escort here. And there's actually a lot of shorefish here. Shorefish do get collected at 40 per minute, if I remember correctly. Or they do have the same collection rate as deer, so there's a lot of food on this map here. Shorefish do collect at a pretty good rate. Do now have a scout moving around. You got both sides now went to the next age. School of Cavalry has been employed on the field. First Royal Knight now being employed on out. The Chinese player will need to start getting out a barracks as soon as possible. Royal Knight now employed on the field. 2 Royal Knights are now on the field. The School of Cavalry does make it so all stables are produced 20% faster as well. So you got a quick deployment of Royal Knights when you get that deployed on out as well. And your opponent has invested into wood in order to get out a spearman to defend against these Royal Knights. We got the double broad axe now being researched as well. The French plays iron for some eco upgrades. He's fallen knocking the iron for a second town center. He's going to probably go straight into Royal Knight aggression. And Royal Knights do hit hard. And they can able to get Alpha Strike on in the charge attack, and then follow up with Slice there. And that take out the Imperial official there, getting a lot of lost income. These villagers, there's 12 there, and does get the Alpha Strikes there, doesn't get the follow-up swipes there. Spearman push way forward, but he's not upgraded. We do not see any additional horsemen being deployed on out. No Royal Knights. That's going for Chivalry to get these guys healed on up. Get some good hits there. Good strike there on the villager, and there we go. Got the 2 slices there. The Chinese player needs to get research loom textiles to help prevent that. I always forget, what's the research time of this? It's 20 seconds, a little bit slower than a villager. That potentially could help him save multiple villagers from death, though. Because the first, the charge attack is 29 damage, and the follow-up attack is 19, but you get additional 3 damage. So that will put it up, even if you get melee armor, that won't save your villagers. Because right now, that would put it up to, that would put it up to 51 damage, so I think melee armor could potentially save villagers. But who wants to go for an army right now to get out melee armor? Textiles will probably just generally be a bit better. Plus 25 health. Scout does receive a bit of damage there. We got some spearmen here as well, trying to protect these villagers. You got Chivalry here getting some good health regen on his Royal Knights, his pair of Royal Knights. You don't see any more aggression played out by the French player. He's going for a second town center now, onto the deer. Looks like, yeah, he's collecting deer. You can improve the rate of collecting deer with the hunting upgrade, so... Well, fish, I don't think... I'm not sure if what improves shoreline fish collection rate. Have 5 spear in this region. It does get an Alpha Strike there onto the Scout. The Scout, of course, can heal. I'm not sure what these... Going for another town center here, right next to the Royal Knights. Trying to escort these villagers there. It does get another Alpha Strike on the Scout. Of course, it does have inherent health regen. Whoa, it does have health regen. And starting to kill off some of these deer that are close by the town center as well. Very, very nice. It does actually get some guys garrison in the town center and then pops them on the far side as well. Very, very nice. We do got now more Royal Knights being put on the field, as well as some archers as well. And we don't have the Hardened Spearman upgrade just yet. It's a really cheap upgrade, so maybe a good idea to go for it. Three Royal Knights push my way forward. Does have the Superior Official rebuild. The Bardic Sun does provide some good fire support there. Trying to... Does get some damage there, and does get another villager as well. The Scout could be taken down, and losing the Scout there, very good. Does prevent a lot of spotting for these Royal Knights. Royal Knights being pushed on 4 as well. Do have, looks like 4 archers being put on the field. Let's get some good stabs there on that Royal Knight. And unable to finish it off there. These Royal Knights now patrolling around. Does get some health regen. Archer range not being employed on the field. Multiple archer ranges. He may be saving up, getting ready. No, I was going to say maybe for Imperial Age, but he's also going to go for a lot of archers. He's expecting his opponent to transition to archers right now. Got more Royal Knights being pushed on field. Looks like it's just the archers being hyper defensive, which is fine. There's 14 villagers here. There's enough spot with the nearby tower. And, oh, he's not respawning just yet. Gonna respawn now. These villagers all have more health. He's a good damage there. No cannoneer slip there. These forces pushing on forward as well. Looks like Blue's extra villager production is now equal to his opponent after killing off some extra villagers. Of course, I think some of the civilian count is from the Imperial work officials. Another barracks been put on the field. He definitely does need the extra spearmen. He's going for Zinchnews. They have pathetic damage versus the Royal Knights, though he only has the 3 Pierce Armor. Hasn't gone for any additional Pierce Armor. Okay, he's not going for Pierce Armor. I was going to say, he can go for the Pierce damage and able to get some 2 damage per arrow, but that's not going to be a possibility. Royal Institute now being researched, being pulled on out. Scout is now going to be charged on down. Even if just able to draw his opponent away, that would be very good. Because the farther the Royal Knights away, the safer his villagers are. Wait, there's a mill right there? That had a... Oh wait, no, they are cooking something there. Wait, there's a deer deposit inside that forest? Yeah, there's a deer deposit right there as well. Okay, weird map design. And Spearman will get a good volley there, taking the Scout, denying the vision for these Royal Knights. We got a good number of archers here. The Zinchnews can do some good work there if they get into range. Spearman, one of them does go down. With a Royal Institute out in the field, he may be able to go for a Royal Bloodlines relatively soon. Does get a good stab there. Gets hits there on these Royal Knights now. Royal Knights are just standing there engaged. Zinchnews doing a good job focus firing these archers. It's on a fall back away from the town center. There's a superior military force for the Chinese, just overwhelming with numbers. Trying to torch down some of these housing now. That mill does go down. Do now have the Royal Knights now advancing on forward and trying to hit these housing now. Royal Knights pushing forward. Will potentially find this Zinchnu. We do got this Spark in the southern region, however. And these forces are getting some good damage there. Fortunately, now the Royal Institute, if he can get it, it could be reasonably good. Zinchnews do have decent damage versus structures compared to all the other archers, since they have 3 arrows rather than just the 1. Wolf does get some bites there. Another wolf attack as well. Some of these Zinchnews are getting hit by these archers. Spearman does find engagement there, finds a good stab there, but does lose some of them to these archers. More of these spearmen and archers pushing forward. He does have a scout in this region for spotting. I'm not sure if there's a scout here. No, there's no scout there. He does have a scout on the build queue as well. And now gets a great shot there. Thanks to the vision of the scout, is able to get some great work done. Those are the scout, however, but a good number of these Royal Knights do go down. Villagers advance forward. He's trying to go for a keep here. And without the... Okay, he didn't spot those villagers, so he just make a soft retreat away, but now it does spot the villagers there. And now we do have the upgraded veteran Zinchnews now. Trying to go for a keep here, but still just going to try to run away. Get some good damage there. Archer soon finds hits there on those spearmen. Now got the Royal Bloodlines as well as more Pierce armor there. There's a nasty choke point there. It can go either way, Bear, but I think the Zinchnews will provide so much fire support. Gotta keep nothing on the field. Trying to go for these spearmen to stab these Royal Knights. Zinchnews are firing away against the archers, but I think it's overkilling a little bit. Spearmen have all gone down, hitting some of these Royal Knights now. The Royal Bloodlines has not been researched, now these guys have a surge of 100 and 310 health at the moment. It's just a wolf biting these villagers. Science Keep does get blood on the field, and now start pulling out some infrastructure around it. There is a boar right there, apparently in the forest as well. The Blues now deploy out infrastructure, getting a discount on all these structures, minus 25%. You know how this outpost been pulled out? And Blue's going for more outposts as well, trying to get some spotting. Putting one in the shrubbery wouldn't hurt. Trying to respawn over there. Does have a threat over here, but mostly just... It would take a bit of time for that palisade gate to go on down. the enlistment incentives is being researched as well. Wheelbarrow and Bureau examinations not being deployed on out. Gets a volley there. And these villagers could be overran as well. He was mostly relying on those walls to keep them safe. No charge attack there. And Spearman will actually potentially save them. He may lose the Imperial official, but he actually didn't lose that many villagers. Got to introduce to advance forward. There's a handful of crossbow here as well as spearmen. Trying to deal with those road knights that are getting their run around. The spearmen do go down. Crossbow forces falling back. Villagers trying to avoid these road knights. Lockdown SBs finds great volley on those archers. All the road knights right there do go down. The road knights over here are still getting their run around. Central Secret Site has been captured on up. These road knights still running around. We do now have some craters being put on the field. Most of the stone mine has been expired. Spearmen trying to engage these veteran road knights now. And now Science caving up that sacred site there. Looks like some of the archers are starting to fall back. These road knights still being a problem. And they will receive some stabs there. And they're getting the run around there, getting interrupted on some of the terrain. Now just one road knight remains. He needs to get the rest of his archer force over here, I would say. Besides now advancing forward with a lot of villagers trying to claim up all these shorefish. Not a lot of gold on this map. There's two big deposits over here, as well as a couple small deposits in the center. But looks like both sides maybe need to eye for some trade in the future. Outpost has not been deployed on Outpost to be able to spot the forces. I go for a line of stone walls over here. This force is breaking down some of Science forces, and this will respawn with this retaliation. These road knights will not receive a whole lot of damage from these nested bees. There's actually 14 spearmen, 17 crossbows. There's a good force here to engage these road knights. These forces are going to push on forward. We'll spot the gold being collected. And green does, or sign does back off the region and could start hitting some of these outposts as well. These villagers need to get on out of here now. Finds a volley there on the villagers, getting some good damage onto them. Didn't take any of them out. And there goes that outpost. Spearmen are now fighting against those row knights. French players approaching enough food to age up. Spearman push way forward. Does still that line of walls there, going for some stone walls. Maybe a little bit too early for that. He's starting to get overran. Spearman need to turn around and engage. Now the nested bees is going to be firing against that mill, trying to find some fires from shots at close range. Fires a volley down those archers. Some of these nested bees starting to get focused on down. Knights are getting overran, and that is the great gatehouse. It's going for his Age 4 Wonder. Got the keep here as well. Green does hold the line there. That's infrastructure does get canceled out. Green is capturing that up. The monk stays alive. Green's force now advancing on forward. Science Force should be able to run the region. The Great Gatehouse is almost complete. Means also complete the rest of these stone walls, but the nested beasts in this region should be able to hold on to the advance in that region. But we've got these forces against forward. Just a lot of archers. And there's the Great Gatehouse. The villagers do get on the high ground to build off these walls. Great damage there onto these Royal Knights, getting some significant damage on them. And to pick out a good number of them as well. The villagers have been picked on off. And green is now building out more stone walls, reinforcing the entire line. Green's force is running over by Science Force. Nested Bees, among other things, are pushing it forward. Nested Bees maybe will get some great damage there. Got these Royal Knights charging forward, getting some great health regen from the Chivalry. And these villagers being taxed back on the line like Zacron's time. Finds a deadly ball there, taking out most of those archers. Spearmen now charging forward. Royal Knights trying to overrun the Nested Bees. They are surrounded by the crossbowmen. Fires a volley close range. More spearmen pushing forward as well. Villagers are being collecting stuff on the front line. It's not exactly great, quote-unquote, front line. Those Nested Bees actually do stay alive. A lot of the Royal Knights have gone down. Spearmen and Palace Guard trying to hunt them down now. Still having trouble maintaining the front line. There's, of course, this broken down gate there. Got some palisade walls there. I heard a trebuchet, but got more keeps being pulled out by Cyan. We got a good infantry force here by the Chinese. Let's have a keep here to help close the gap there. Now Yellow's or Science going for a line of stone walls himself. Stone walls being pulled across the front line. There is a gap there. He's pulling some stone walls there. It looks like getting interrupted by berry bushes. Also, the stone could be claimed. Has been mostly been claimed. All the siege weapons can start sieging down these walls. Getting some hits there. Getting some good damage there. Chinese player does have Imperial Age, and may want to eye for some hand cannoneers. He's getting the elite army tactics there. And the health is down to minimal health. Ooh, took a good number of villagers there with the Nested Bees. The sign has too many villagers at the moment. Oh. Let's fire a volley of arrows there. Gets good hits down the villagers that are building on up. Spearmen charging on forward as well. Pick up the knights. Gets good hits there. That is the Red Palace. That is the Arbalest in placement there. That is an incredibly powerful defensive placement there. You can kill these villagers from the inside, and now everything here will die in a short while. Because it is an absurdly powerful defensive placement. All the stuff is just falling down to it. Because when it's a garrison, it gets Arbalists, which does 62 damage, range. It even pulls a massive threat to even battering rams. And also has an absurd attack speed of 1.5 seconds. And you can equip it. Load up with a lot of forces on the inside, and it will annihilate everything. Plus, it puts every keep get a free Arbalest, and every single town center gets a free Arbalest. So right now, the French castles are very, very durable. He's going to need to pull out trebuchets to clear out every single keep, every single town center at this point in time. Going for his own defensive line of walls there. You can get the extra material research there, and then pull out some cheap palisade or some cheap outposts across the walls there to get some health regen to help top off all the health. This great gatehouse is here, but it's not going to be pursued. He's not going to avoid that region that's off the side. That can be avoided. Arbos emplacement now is close enough to the stone gate and is sieging it down. Yeah, it's in range. Try to make his way over here. Imperial Palace not being pulled on the field. Which does alert him where villagers are at. He may be eyeing to do that to start sending in Fire Lancer raids. The stone wall gatehouse, the stone wall gate is about to go down. And now I've got those stone walls now breached. The problem is there's still an Arbalest here. As well as a bit of a French force. He has way too many villagers right now. He has nearly 160. I mean, this is literally probably his entire army right here. Yeah, I think that is his entire army there. Villagers can go down. The stone wall can go down as well. Outpost here will provide some spotting. That does go down as well. Looks like that gate does get cancelled. Good hits there on the clock tower and SMBs. And needs to get the infantry units up high. The Chinese have improved defense fighting capabilities on walls. He should get on top of the walls there. Not only gets some extra range, but also gets some like 20% extra damage. Some of these nests of bees are starting going down. The spring gold is still in this region, able to pick off these forces. And yet the bombard is probably going to be next as well. More palace guards being put on the field. There's putting Arbalest here to get some extra bonus damage onto these palace guards. Right now, the Chinese players just need to focus on hand cannoneers. They also have more range than the Arbalest. They have the increased range upgrade. And they don't receive the bonus damage as well. Got some palace guards pushing forward, trying to intercept these villagers. Bombard could push on forward and engage the keep. But the Arbalest in place item there can do significant damage to the bombard. They have the same range, and the bombard only has 30 pierce armor, so the Arbalest weapon does 63 damage. Or minus 30, so it does 33 damage. This is still a significant amount. Got some more Fire Lancers here, but it looks like they're trying to be queued on forward, but there's a wave of stone walls there. Right player still is not deployed out more units. Now it's going for the Elite Royal Knight upgrade. And now starts to siege down the Red Palace now. And these guys are pushing forward and they're getting swatted down. Spring Ball is now getting engaged as well. Palace Guard's getting some great damage onto them. Keep has gone down. Can't start hitting down Solaris' infrastructure. Stables now receiving a bit of fire there, but this infrastructure is expendable for the Cyan player. Yeah, massive wave of research as well. He's now advancing forward, trying to overrun these forces. Oh, here I got these forces trying to overrun Cyan's force. But there's, of course, these are Royal Knights. There is a bit of trade pulled out by Blue Cyan. Isao has his gold here. Does only have 2,000 gold remaining. For advancing forward, looks like the Red Palace has gone down to that trebuchet. Bringing some melee forces are advancing forward. Bombards clean up this infrastructure now. Engineers still firing away. And it looks like Science now playing a rear line of stone walls in order to protect this trade line. Violence is trying to go straight for the trade once again. Getting some damage there, hitting some of these stables. Fire Lancers charging forward. We got these Fire Lancers engaging some Roan Knights. It looks like Green's force here is starting to get overran. Engineers can, of course, be on the high ground. Fire Lancers push way forward, trying to get some damage there, but the elite Roan Knights are very durable. Spring Bolts could be overrun. All this infrastructure down, looks like the Bombards hitting down that gate, which goes to nowhere. But could provide a good firing point there for his hand cannoneers. So that will increase their range by 2, giving him 7.5 range hand cannoneers with 20% extra damage. And same 66% less range damage. It's like yellow or science now going for another keep here. It will provide a good emplacement as well as have an arbalist there. Fire Lancers have been cleaned up. There's a lot of traders there, maybe a little bit too much. Right now the French player is low on food, he needs more farms. Got some banner rams now people on the field, got a wave of reinforcements put charge on forward. Bombard may need to fall back as well. Now push forward over here. Red house has gone down, and he start hitting the keep. Zones running out as well. Science backing off the region, does take out some of these battering rams. He does have the boiling boil for damage as well, AoE splash damage. Looks like this force is now going straight for the trade line. And there's a big wave there. This guy's still been going around stabbing stuff. And now it's going to be engaging the Roan Knights now with those horsemen or Fire Lancers. Got these Palace Guard charging forward. Keeps now under fire from the trade machine. There's a safe position there. Reinforcing hand cannoneers can be on the high ground, help protect it. And looks like Green's force is engaging, getting to the back line. And his palisade walls are starting to go on down, that are still apparently there. Actuality, he actually didn't do any damage to that palisade wall. It looks like he's having trouble actually hitting it. Are torches being presented by the trees? Weird. Clock tower crossbow now receiving fire from the Arbiteers. Now the gate has been breached. Now this stuff can be overran. The keep here does have, of course, hand cannoneer slips, which does do some good damage for some heavy armor. So while this trade's starting to go down, got the Roan Knights now coming to pursue, but the more stuff he loses, the more military can deploy on out. Got more ways of hand cannoneers being caught up by Green. Forging down the market could be very handy, but looks like it's not going to get it. Taking out some of these forces there. A large number of Arbiteers that do bonus damage to arms. The Palace Guards will be ripped apart. Battering Rams getting some good hits there onto the keep. It looks like the hand cannoneers will win out right there. More villagers pushing forward, trying to torch down some of these extra battering rams. Right now, his military reproducing is quite bad. He doesn't have a lot of food at the moment. He needs more food. He also has a little bit of access to villagers, so losing some villagers is not a huge issue, as long as it's not his food villagers there. And Canadians trying to start a step away, trying to focus down these elite Royal Knights. I think that's maybe a little bit of overkill. By the way, doesn't pick those ones off. More Cyan battering rams being put on the field. Green could pull out some of his own battering rams, help break down to the front line. Market here has been repaired. More Palace Guards turning forward. As the Green's trying to stabilize there, has a significant army here, and the Royal Knights are just being streamed in one at a time. But still got these battering rams. I'm not sure what that market was there for. Got villagers now being brought from the line. He needs that food. Going off the food like that's not that good. town center, but that's not a big problem. And Palace wants to take out that last banner ram. He does have a good firing line of hand cannoneers. These Royal Knights now trying to go for the trade line now. The food's just as vulnerable as well. Granted, may want to pull out some mills and mix and mill all that stuff for better collection. Because granted, should provide a faster gathering rate nearby, not faster drop-off. Or better drop-off. And can you start getting overrun by the Royal Knights now? Trebuchets trying to be beaten by those Royal Knights. Green's hand cannoneers are falling back. Palace Squad's trying to deal with a battering ram. Overkills on that Royal Knight. These Royal Knights still hitting these villagers. Spearmen not trying to come over here trying to stop them. Not cleaning them up. Crossbow advancing on forward. Get some good damage there. SP is firing away, getting some good damage. Those horses have been cleaned up. Got more of these battery rams starting to push them forward. Battery ram now charging forward, trying to get some more infrastructure kill there. And now he's trying to break through this region. There is a stone gate here, so it won't really be suited all too well. SP's fire is volley there, getting some damage on these battery rams. And these trebuchets are backing on off. The keep is being repaired on up. Got a big wave of spearmen here. He's been a bit long overdue again with the spearmen out. Spearmen are probably a little bit better than using the Arbo Palace Guards, just because they do bonus damage to the Elite Royal Knights and don't receive any bonus damage for there from the Elite Arbo clears. Bannerman's trying to push forward. Spearman takes a hit there. SP still gets some splash damage. And some of these traders may go down. Bannerman's still being pushed on forward. Chinese players still needs more food. Got some fire lances here. Gets some great damage there onto these battering rams. And Cannoneers doing a good job of holding the front line. You can throw some of them on the high ground there to get some bonus damage, or even right here. I suppose that's probably a little bit too close to the Arbo here. Arbo's placement. But going on the high ground over here will give them a massive damage buff. As well as range. I don't think people use the high ground enough. The range advantage alone could be very handy, but since the Chinese have extra damage, 20% extra damage, that is incredibly powerful for the hand cannoneers. Looks like the French player's going to pull out some Magnos. And most of the villagers do clean up the battered rams, but there's still a breach there. Fire Lance is not pushing way forward. He could take out these villagers, but also Cyan has too many villagers. It's actually better to go for the trade. Fine, finish them off now. Very, very good. Got a line of walls here. Both sides are quickly recovering the economy. Battering now trying to make his way forward. The Arbalist in placement will still do some good damage. Hot oil does siege damage as well. Getting some good holes in that tower now. Fire Lancers maybe eyeing to go over here. And now the opening is clear. And now he can rush those Fire Lancers into this region over here. So maybe what he's going to be trying doing. That gate is not really needed there. Does get some Alpha Strikes there with the Fire Lancers. Honestly, maybe a good idea just to bypass the Royal Knights and go straight for the economy line. Looks like the trebuchets are advancing forward, trying to get some hits there on the castle. Or the keep, I should say. He's some damage there. Royal Knight's now trying to push on forward. He's trying to torch down the constructing walls. Counterweight Trebuchet survives with 2 health remaining, and the Keep is getting some good damage there onto those horsemen. Not repairing the Red Palace at the moment. We'll be able to reach this region. I don't think there's a way to cross through there. More here. Now Spearman advancing forward, trying to take on that gatehouse once again. He does have some battery rams to poke some holes here. In order to get up high ground, you either have to use a stone gate, destroyed stone walls, or a gate or a stone tower. But it's there. Oh, close, receiving some fire there. Got the hand cannoneer firing away. There's a large force here. Oh, look at the French villager count there. He killed off half of his villagers to get a larger army. So this is an absurdly large army, which can easily overwhelm his opponent. He has a great volley there in the Arbiteers, however. If he gets another volley there, he may be able to wipe out a big group of them. Oh, they're all severely wounded now. It's very important. This may be a bit of an all-in for Cyan. Some damage there. SP is firing away. Some of these Royal Knights are starting to go on down. If Green's able to hold the line, he should be able to recover and counterattack since his opponent has sacrificed a significant amount of his economy. He still has a good number of traders there, so has plenty of gold and has plenty of... Actually, he's lacking a lot of food income right now. Knights advancing on forward for Fire Lancers, trying to overrun some of these siege weapons there. Banners pushing forward, hand cannoneers firing away against the batter rams, so take a bit of time to finish them off. Banners pushing way forward. You can see more spearmen here. Finds the volley there. Some of these batter rams start to go down. Use some villagers to take out some of these batter rams. It's probably a good idea. Cyan has to consume all of his gold reserve at the moment, so he's relying on to his trade for that. So a good number of Arbiteers here, all of them quite wounded, so the banner's being cleaned up. So it's a good number of hand cannoneers. He's not having trouble remap everything, trying to get some more Fire Lancers out. Royal Knights advancing forward, he needs to hit these Royal Knights over here. The Arbiteers don't really pose him. There's a lot of siege units still being put on field. He can put a tide of batter rams. He is going to put a tide of batter rams on his opponent. Arkansas has not been upgraded. Hand cannoneers firing away against these forces. More Fire Lancers being pulled out on the field. Still got to keep here as well. And Canadians doing a good job holding the front line up here. Perhaps finish all the forces barring the battering rams. Cyan's starting to run out of steam, though he has good amount of reinforcements. May need to queue up a whole bunch of Royal Knights. Green's trade line still somewhat safe, but now being threatened. And cannoneers are still here, right there. Got a lot of battering rams here, so pulling off villagers to force them down. Got these forces advancing forward, trying to engage these Royal Knights. Green has lots of villagers now. The villagers are counting quite similar. Green's villagers trying to force down some of these battering rams. Destroyed 3 of the 6 landmarks. Royal Knights are starting to go on down. Barons are pushing way forward. All these villages come down. Greenhouse now has less villagers than his opponent. Has a lot less military force as well. There's also a lot of infrastructure to rebuild this military, and these battering rams are still smashing away. Royal Knights being streamed on in. And still not enough force engagement. He hadn't been able to deal with all these battering rams. Royal Knights are starting to go on down, being focused down. More of these lancers pushing way forward. I think green has lost. Still a lot of number of battering rams there, and he's starting to use a lot of these farms. Cyan does have now more villagers opponent. Engineer's firing away. It's good damage there. And green does back out the game now. This is Green saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.